OpenClaw. If you have not heard that name yet, you will. It's an open-source AI agent that just became the fastest-growing project in GitHub history. Its creator just got hired by OpenAI, and it has some of the worst security vulnerabilities we've seen in a consumer tool. This is the full story: what it is, why it matters, and why it should worry you. Let's start with what OpenClaw actually does. Because this isn't a chatbot, it's an agent. It runs locally on your machine, Mac, Windows, Linux, and connects to your existing chat apps, WhatsApp, Telegram, Discord, Slack. You message it, and it doesn't just answer. It acts. It can browse the web for you, manage your emails, read and write files, run shell commands, and even control your smart home. All from WhatsApp message. It uses your own API keys, Claude, GPT, DeepSeek, whatever you prefer. Your data stays on your machine. No cloud, no third-party storage. Privacy by default. And it runs 24/7, handling background tasks, cron jobs, even proactively suggesting things it can help with. The adoption was unlike anything open source has ever seen. OpenClaw hit 100,000 GitHub stars in under 1 week. For context, projects like React and TensorFlow took years to reach that number. OpenClaw did it in days. One reason: it's massively extensible. There is a marketplace called ClawHub where the community builds AgentSkills, plugins for everything: calendar management, invoicing, code generation. It can even write its own new skills. Code that creates code. And now, the biggest news. In mid-February 2026, Sam Altman announced that Peter Steinberger, the creator of OpenClaw, joined OpenAI. His role? Building the next generation of personal agents. Altman called him a genius with amazing ideas about intelligent agents interacting to perform useful tasks. This hire tells you everything about where OpenAI is going. They don't just want to build models anymore. They want agents in your phone, your WhatsApp, your daily workflow. The Codex app already manages parallel AI agents for developers. This hire extends that vision to everyone. From developer tools to personal assistants in your pocket. Altman says OpenClaw will stay open source under a foundation, with OpenAI's support. But let's be honest. History says acqui-hires rarely leave their project independent for long. The community is watching closely. And the competitive picture just changed. Google has Jules, an async coding agent that lives in GitHub. Anthropic has Claude Code, terminal-first precision tools. Now, OpenAI has the person who cracked the personal agent problem. The race for autonomous AI agents is officially on. And OpenAI just bought a head start. But here's where the story gets dark. The most popular AI tool of 2026 has a one-click hack. And most users have no idea. CVE 2026-252-53, a critical vulnerability with an 8.8 severity score. Here's how it works. You visit a web page. That's it. The page steals your OpenClaw authentication token, connects to your agent, disables safety features, and runs commands on your machine. One click. Full system compromise. When researchers discovered this, over 21,000 OpenClaw instances were publicly exposed on the internet. Default configurations. Open SSH ports, no firewalls. Services running with root privileges. That's not a bug. That's an architecture problem. In January, a full security audit found 512 vulnerabilities across the platform. 8 were classified as critical, and 335 malicious skills from ClawHub were disturbing malware. Keyloggers, password stealers, installed through the official marketplace. Cisco's security team called OpenClaw a security nightmare. And then there is prompt injection. An attacker hides an instruction in a web page or email. The agent reads it, treats it as a legitimate command, and executes it. And AI doesn't know it's being manipulated. There is no firewall for that. This brings us to the bigger question. When you give an AI agent root-level access to your machine, terminal files, email, browser, calendar, you are trusting it with everything, and you are trusting that nobody else can hijack that access. In January 2026, they could. This isn't just an OpenClaw problem. It's an industry problem. As AI agents become more capable, browsing, coding, deploying, communicating, the permissions they need to grow exponentially. And current security models were not designed for autonomous software that makes its own decisions. For enterprises, the answer isn't to avoid AI agents. It's to govern them. Sandboxing, least privilege access, audit trails, human in the loop for high-risk actions. The technology is ready for autonomous agents. The governance isn't. And until it is, every tool like OpenClaw will be brilliant and dangerous in equal measure.